welcome back to Annie and Nayy. It's your girl Nadine, and welcome back. I know it's been a very long time since we've released any new content, but your girl is trying here. Your girl is trying. As you can see, it's just me. Annie is currently occupied, so it'll be just me in this video. So yeah, I decided to shoot this video because I get a lot of questions. There's a lot of people that ask me what I do for a living, what did I study, how did I get into what I do. People ask me so many questions, and they want to know, they want some advice on like career paths and like how to get into the job that I'm doing. So I decided to film a video just to explain, tell you guys about my journey, give you guys advice on how I got where I am right now today. Just generally career advice into my field. Obviously I don't know any advice into other fields, but I'll give you advice into the field that I know, which is midwifery. So yeah, this video is about midwifery. It's about any answers that you would like to know about midwifery. It's how I got into midwifery, my journey into midwifery, from beginning to end. At some point Anita will also do her video about her career path, she's an ODP, an anesthetic practitioner, so she will do a video about her journey. So yeah, I decided to film this video just to show you guys, just to tell you a little bit about myself and what I do, and also to give you guys kind of an insight if you want to study midwifery, if you have questions about midwifery. Yeah, if you're a first year student, you already have a place in midwifery, this video is for you. Yeah, if you're a second year student, if you're a third year student, I don't know, if you're struggling with placement, if you don't know if midwifery is for you or not, I don't have all the answers, but I am going to just show you my experience in midwifery and how my journey has been for the past 3 years. Yep, 3 years and counting. I've written a few questions down because I get so many questions. So many people call me, they text me, they message me on social media about, how do you get into midwifery, what do you like about midwifery, what's hard about midwifery. I get so many questions, so I kind of brainstormed and I've written all the questions down so I don't forget any. And I'm just gonna kind of talk to you guys first in general about my experience, and then I'll go through the questions, and then if you guys have any more questions you want to know, just comment below and I'll either make a part 2 or just quickly type the answers in. Yeah, if I can't get through all the questions today, then I'll probably make a part 2 of this video. So yeah, life in the world of midwifery, shall we say. I've known basically nearly all my life that I wanted to be a midwife. So when I was sitting my GCSEs, everything that I studied, everything that I picked for GCSEs was all in preparation to be a midwife. So in school, when I went to an all-girls school, my GCSEs, I picked science, I picked health and social care. I made sure that I picked everything that will get me into college to do midwifery. And then from college I picked, what did I pick? I picked double health and social care, and I picked sociology. I didn't pick science because science in GCSE I liked, but science in A-level I was just like, is this really for me? Like, is this really for me? Do I really need this in order to study midwifery? Do I need an A-level in science? So I thought, everyone that has done midwifery does not have an A-level in science, so I'm not going to do A-level in science. So I didn't do A-level in science, okay? I did double health and social care and sociology. So that's double, so that's 2, and then the sociology is 1, so I did 3. And after 6th form I did a foundation course in health and social care. So I went on to Coventry University and I did a foundation course for a year, and then I did ODP. Right, so the year I did ODP, I did it in Birmingham University. I did it for 2 years. ODP was interesting. Let's just say it was interesting. It was an eye-opener, because I thought at that point in my life I didn't know whether I wanted to still do midwifery, because literally when I was 16 up until 20 I wanted to be a midwife. From 20 to, for example, from 20 to 22 I was like, I don't know what I want to do. Let me explore, let me not go straight into midwifery, let me see what else is out there. So I went and did ODP. So I studied ODP for 2 years, and I did ODP and I did placement. You know, they have placement and they have theory. During placement I was just like, this is not for me. Nope. I was like, this is not for me. This is not my portion. Not my portion at all. So after I finished ODP, I was like, yeah, I need to go back to my original dream, which is midwifery. Being a midwife is the ultimate dream. I've experienced, I've done health and social care, I've done ODP. No, I really and 100% within myself want to do midwifery. So after my ODP course, I think I took a couple months out and I worked, and then I applied to be a midwife. So I applied and I got a space, and I was due to start in a couple months to be you know, to start training and to start learning to be a midwife. So yeah, so I went into my first year. This was in 2017. I went into my first year. Yeah, first year was fine. You know, we had one essay, if I remember correctly. I think it was one or two essays, and we had an exam. I am more of an exam person. Give me an exam any day. I'll revise for an exam and I'll sit an exam, and I'll literally, exams are for me. Give me exams. When it comes to essays, headache. Let me tell you, headache. So I think we had, yeah, so we had like 2 essays and 1 exam. Not for me. But yeah, first year, fine. You know, the first year they kind of throw you out on placement as well. So, you know, I was thrown out on placement. I had to do placement. Literally, I think it was 2 or 3 months into the course. 2 or 3 months into the course that I did placement. I was not scared at all. I was kind of like ready for it. I was like, yep, let's go, let's do this. This is what I'm, you know, I'm ready for this. Let's do it. So yeah. First year was fine. I met some amazing people. Some of the girls on my course, literally godsend. Like, I could not have gone through first year without them, second year without them, third year without them. Amazing. Literally, it's like 3 Ghanaian girls. Shout out to you girls. I'm not gonna say your name, but my 3 Ghanaian sisters that have literally kept me together on this course, if I should say that. Yeah, so they kept me together on the course, and we've literally had an amazing time. I've had amazing tutors, teachers, mentors, students, other students from my uni. Like, literally amazing. First year, literally amazing. And then I moved on to second year. Second year was my, I think second year was my hardest year. Yeah, second year was my hardest year. So second year we had 2 exams, 2 essays and 1 exam. So we had 2 essays and 1 oral exam. So the oral exam was called an OSCE. Whew. Oral exams are not my portion, but a girl had to get through with it. So yeah. Yeah, so did my 2 essays, 2 exams. You still had to do placement as well. Yeah, and then third year we had 2 essays and exams. Another oral exam, Viva. Whew. it's just a madness. It's just all a madness. Anyways, but I'm going to break everything down, year 1, year 2, year 3, and while I'm answering all your questions, and hopefully you understand my journey. Okay, so let me get into the questions. I'm gonna answer the questions. These are the questions that I get all the time. So first question is, what are the entry requirements for midwifery? So the entry requirements, it's been so long, since 2016. Entry requirements, you need to get a certain number of UCAS points. To find out what the entry requirements are now, you have to go on to each uni, the website. They have, you know, entry requirements on each subject, and they'll tell you how many entry requirements you need to get onto the course, and what other qualifications you need to get, whether you need like GCSEs, A-levels, but my entry requirements was 5 A's to C's, A-level, but which mounted into UCAS points, but I can't remember how many points that were. A-levels which mounted into UCAS points, either experience or another, like a foundation course or an access course. So yeah, those were the requirements for when I was getting on the course. Did I always want to be a midwife? Yes. When I started school, I always wanted to be a midwife. Like, the goal was midwifery. Should you have any work experience in order to apply? So because I started health and social care I did the health and social care in GCSE, and I did health and social care in A-level. Both came with work experience, so I worked in the health and social care sector. And then when I wanted to apply to midwifery, I thought, let me look for something that's in maternity that has midwifery related. So I got a work experience in a maternity unit, in an antenatal maternity unit. This was when I was like, I think I was 17. I got a work experience in a maternity unit in King George Hospital. They allowed me to do like work experience for, I think, for 2 to 3 weeks, just to see how maternity works. And I was in an antenatal clinic, and I was able to add that into my personal statement when I was applying for midwifery, so which gave me a kind of an advantage with other candidates. But majority of people that I found that applied that were with me did not have experience. So you don't have to have experience either in health and social care or in maternity, in the maternity sector. But it helps if there's a lot of competition. It helps get you seen and get you an interview, get you a space. But if you don't, it's still fine. You can still apply, because there's people that have done it. There's people on my course that have never set foot in a health and social care sector. Literally, they've done different roles in life, and they just, you know, happen to get a place. But for me, I wanted to see what midwifery was about. I wanted to work in there for a bit before I applied. So I got 2 or 3 weeks work experience before applying, and then I added it to my personal statement. Okay, what uni did I pick and why? So I picked unis that were close to home, because I didn't want to stay out. So I had already gone to Coventry, and I lived in Coventry. So when I then decided to do midwifery, I thought, let me not move out, let me stay local, stay at home and commute rather than leaving home. So every uni that I applied for and I picked was kind of local, so kind of like South Bank, City, Anglia, Greenwich. That's kind of how I picked unis. I went to every single open day of every uni that I applied to. for me it's very important you go to an open day so you can see what it's about, see how they teach, see how their classrooms around are about, see, you can meet their students and you can talk to them and see if it's really for you, how they feel about it. I didn't just pick a uni just because. I made sure I went to a uni open day to do my choice. So yeah, I highly recommend you go to an open day. If you can't go to an open day, it's not the end of the world. Okay, how is the interview process? So the interview process, so once you kind of apply, they send you an invitation to come for the interview process. So for the uni that I go to now, I'll just talk about the uni that I go to now. So they send you an email with like a date of your interview and kind of everything. You arrive, for example, I think 9 a.m. you arrive, and you register, you sign in, you collect a badge, and then they take you to do your maths and English exam. So you sit your maths and English exam. Once you have passed your maths and English exam, then you can continue to the next step. You can't continue to the interview stage until you have passed your maths and English. So for me, I passed my maths and English, so I moved on to the next step. So they kind of so you do your maths and English, and you guys they put you guys all in a group, and then they read out names, and they say, you know, they read out names and they say, can you go to room so and so, room so and so, and then once you're in that room, they'll tell you, oh, you've passed, and you will continue to the next step. And obviously the other group would be like, you have not passed and you will not continue to the next step, which is kind of but that's the process. So yeah, you pass your maths and English, and then you have a group interview. So you they put you in a group of, like, for example 6, and then they give you a scenario. For example, I don't know, it will be midwifery related. They give you a scenario about midwifery related, and everyone has to chime in. If you're just in the corner, just pure no noise, just be quiet, then baby girl, you need to, if you're the shyest person there, you need to speak the loudest during that interview. I'm a shy person, but in that interview, let me tell you, I made noise. I made noise. I was like, yep, this is what I need to say, this is my opinion, this is what, yeah, this is how I feel about this subject. Even though I didn't, no, but I spoke like I had meaning, like I had sense. Okay, so yeah, passed the group interview somehow, but you know, passed it. And then obviously after the group interview, you have a single one-to-one interview. So it's just you and two tutors, and they'll ask you questions, and then yeah, and that's like literally the final step. And then you go home, and then you wait for an email to find out whether you got in or not. So yeah, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks, and then I found out that they gave me an unconditional spot after my interview, because I get it like that. Yes, but yeah, anyways, it's not even, yeah, if you don't even get to that stage, if you don't pass, it's fine, it's not a big deal. But like, just all I'm saying is keep trying. Like when I applied for this midwifery, I think it was my second time. So guys, don't give up. My first time I applied, nah, it did not happen. So the second time I applied, by God's grace, I got a space. So yeah, don't even you know, get your hopes down that, oh, they didn't come back, or they didn't give me a condition of my interview. Guys, if midwifery is for you, keep trying. Okay, keep trying, that's what I'm saying. Okay, let's move on to the next question. How can I best prepare for an interview? How can I best prepare for an interview? For my interview, I read about the university and about the course. and I read about midwifery, just general. Don't go crazy and read about midwifery, just start buying books. No, I just read about basic. I literally scratched the surface. Like, I just read about the course, about the, you know, the course, what they expect, which you can find on their website. I just read about, you know, just like midwifery. What is a midwife? What is their general role? You can find that anywhere on Google. You don't have to buy books. That's just basically how I prepared. I revised my maths and English, my maths and English exam. That's literally how I best prepared my exam. They will not throw things at you that you can't handle. They know you haven't studied midwifery. They know you're from a different, you may be from a different background, so they're not going to throw anything crazy at you at the interview. So you don't have to, you know, you don't have to understand the biology of a pregnant, no. They will literally give you what you can handle. If you can literally have like some time to research about the course, about general midwifery, you're fine. You're literally fine. And about general care, you're fine. You're just fine. Right. Can I get a job in maternity/hospital to help with my application? Yes, you can get a job in the maternity unit if possible. For me, I was lucky enough to get a job in maternity before I studied the midwifery, only because my mother is a midwife, so she kind of pointed me in the right direction. And also, it's not even about, even if my mum wasn't a midwife, I would still have gone out my way and found a placement, work experience in maternity. I only did it for myself. I wanted to just see if this really was for me. I had many years in health and social care settings. I worked in a hospital as a healthcare assistant, as a general job. So yeah, it's an advantage to have experience within the healthcare sector, but it is not a necessity. It's not an essential part of getting on the course, but it helps with your application. It helps you stand out if you have experience, and if you have experience in maternity, it helps. But if you don't, your grades, you know, your personal statement, just you as an individual, will get you through. Is there any books to help with drug calculations for the exam? I didn't buy any books for the drug calculations. I generally used GCSE kind of revision style on the internet, and each uni kind of sends you resources to kind of prep you and help you revise for the drug calculation, the maths exams for the interview. Like every uni that I applied for sent me kind of like a website or like resources and material to revise from in preparation for the exam. And if I felt they weren't enough, I would use things from GCSE books that I had. I would just dig them up. The internet, great way to, there's so many, like GCSE level is what I revise for. You don't have to go and buy new books because you may not need them. You don't want to spend all that money buying books for, like, you know, one exam that you don't need. So yeah, there's free tutorials, free papers, free, yeah, there's a lot of things on the internet that will help you preparation for your drug calculation exams that you don't have to buy. If you want to buy, you can buy, but for me, each uni that I applied to sent me material to revise from and prepare for my exam. And also I looked and I used GCSE resources in preparation for my exam. Should I do any reading over the summer before I start my course? I think You can do reading over the summer before, like if you have a place and you're guaranteed to start in September or February or April, you can do some reading beforehand. I suggest you do some physiology reading. Anything else, it may confuse you. You don't know exactly what it is that they'll be teaching you, so I don't know, basic physiology, so that you can go in with, if you didn't study science like myself, I only did health and social care. So if you do some basic physiology preparations and revision before you start your course, so when you start your course you'll be like, okay, this makes sense, this, I understand this, I read this over the summer, so this kind of makes sense. So you can do basic physiology preparation, basic physiology reading, which will help you. But yeah, other than that, I don't think you should do any too much reading, because you don't know what you need to be reading. You don't want to over, like, yeah, just physiology is what I would suggest you read. And obviously basic midwifery, maybe read on basic midwifery. What did I study before I did midwifery? I said this before, I studied, it's a long list. So in GCSE, I studied health and social care, all my sciences, maths, English, and all my GCSEs. A-level, I did double health and social care, I did sociology, and then I did a foundation in health and social care in university, and then I did ODP in university as well. Did you attend any open days, and do you need to do any nursing before you do the course? Yes. I attended every single open day of every single uni that I applied to. Do you need to do nursing before you study? No. You can do nursing and then do midwifery, but for me, I did not do nursing. I went straight into midwifery without any nursing background. The only background I had was my ODP and my health and social care, but I didn't have no nursing background, so I went straight into midwifery without no nursing background. Did I always wanted to be a midwife? Yes, I always wanted to be a midwife since I was in secondary school. The aim was midwifery. That was the aim. Next question is, can you work while you study? I have managed to work while I study. I've managed to have a part-time job while I study. It hasn't been easy, it has been challenging, but I've managed to keep studying and working at the same time. If you can do it, do it. If you can't, and you literally the type of person that needs to be focused 100%, then don't have a job. But as for me, I can focus and have a job at the same time, and so yeah, so I decided to keep a job part-time while studying. Can you apply for student finance? Yes, you can apply for student finance. It depends on your own individual circumstances of how much you get, but I applied for student finance and they paid for my course, and I got a maintenance loan. But yeah, so you have to look into that. It depends on you as an individual and how much you can get and your circumstances.